Welcome back, and in this video I'm going to look at estimates at completion over time, and we are looking at the estimate at completion, the mathematical estimate, the project management estimate, the CSI estimate, and so on. And we're going to use the calculations of the SPI, the CPI, and the CSI that we finished in the previous video. First estimate is the project manager's estimate, and then we look at the three main estimates, the main estimates at completion. We're going to do the calculation of the estimates, and we put all the estimates at completion in a graph. First of all, let's look at the project manager's estimate. The project manager is the person who knows the project the best, and her or his word should be considered to be accurate. But is this really the case? So we can always wonder, is this really the case? And we can use earned value management to evaluate that estimate. Now, when we look at the earned value estimates of the estimate at completion, we can see what is the relation of those three estimates to the project manager's estimate. We can in fact identify if the project manager's estimate looks acceptable. But you will always give the project manager the possibility to re-evaluate or to explain why this estimate is a good estimate. And it's always good to understand what's happening and to compare it with some, objective data. And the estimate, when we're using the earned value management method, that estimate is typically an estimate which will give us a very good value, and it's based on the past. It's an estimation for what's going to happen in the future, but it's not a prediction of the future. It's just an extrapolation into the future. When we look at the estimates, well, there are three main estimates. And we have the mathematical estimate, or we call it also the optimistic estimate. We have the CPI-based or the probable estimate, and then the CSI-based or the pessimistic estimate. What are the formulas? Well, if you don't remember them, I'm going to repeat them here. We have the mathematical estimate, so we have the actual cost, and the remaining value to be created we're going to realize with the CPI equal to 1. It means that the actual cost for the future performance will be equal to the earned value. And the remaining earned value is the back minus the EV. So that's the idea behind this estimate. Then we have the CPI-based estimate. We know that now we are going to continue the completion of the project with the same CPI, which means that we're going to divide the back minus the earned value, the remaining earned value, by the CPI. So we have the actual cost plus the back minus EV divided by the CPI. And we also can simplify this, and we can just say we take the budget at completion and we divide it by the CPI. We can prove that this is the same, but we're not going to do that. We spoke about that in the previous videos. And then we have the CSI-based estimate. So now we are assuming that the future performance will be equal to the CSI, and we divide the remaining value to be earned by the CSI. So these are the three formulas. We calculated the SPI, the CPI, and the CSI already before. So let's have a look at the calculations of the estimates when we are looking at period 2. We have in the bottom of the column the mathematical, the CPI-based and the CSI-based estimate, and we can find the formulas here. We find the mathematical estimate, how we calculated it. We find the CPI-based estimate, which is 120, and we find the CSI-based estimate, which is 114.7. And when we look at all the data all over the entire duration of the project, we see that we have those estimates from period 1 up to period 7. We calculated those in Excel, and of course we can represent all of them in a graph, and we see the green line, which is the baseline. That's the budget at completion, which we determined, which we obtained after planning. We see the orange one is the mathematical estimate. The light orange one is the CPI-based estimate, and the yellow line is the CSI-based estimate. And you can do this for every period, and you have an evolution of your project over time. And what should happen when you take measures? These three estimates should move down. They should approach each other and the green line. But that depends on the project. Anyway, we have an estimation at every moment, every reporting period of the project, which enables us to make the necessary decisions about the project. So we calculated the estimates at completion. In the next video, we will be calculating, or we will be using the PERT estimation to find the values, including some uncertainty principles into them. But for now, this is the end of this video. That's it for this video. Let's continue with the next video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you, and bye-bye.